Welcome everyone. This is the T3 Research Professional Council, a project of the RPC K-12 Research Network. Welcome to this video. Today we are going to be talking to a teacher about their classroom research. And let me introduce myself first to you. My name is Amira Salema. I'm a member of the T3 Research Professional Council. And today we are going to share a discussion with a teacher from Vietnam as he reflects on his research and also tell us about the research questions that arise from his class. This is a Research Professional Council initiative to highlight and give a platform to teacher researchers to share the research around the world. We had our first video from Africa, and this is our second video in the series from Vietnam. I would like to first welcome our teacher today, Taylor from Vietnam. Taylor is going to talk to us about his research topic on morphosyntactic errors of verbs in English written compositions. He did his study with Vietnamese undergraduates and is going to share with us today also the insights from this research to benefit all the teachers listening to us. Welcome, Taylor, to this video.
Thank you, Mira, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. I'm really privileged to join this video, this section. And actually, my name is Tong, and I'm from Vietnam. Right now, I'm working as a lecturer at two universities in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. And my students, they are non-English major undergraduates, and they are at the age of 18 to 19. And their level is about at elementary and pre-intermediate as well.
Thank you very much for the introduction. And I think now we are ready to delve deeper in your research. And my first question to start our discussion is about what motivated you to do this research and what was the challenge for you in the classroom that made you start this research?
Yes, as you know already, as a lecturer, and I observed that my students, they fail to achieve good grades with in-class writing tasks due to the incorrect use of verb inflections. For example, when they use s, es, or ed for past tense forms. Particularly, their writing performance was hindered by these errors in different focal tasks. And as a researcher who has tried to conduct research-led classes, I recognize that very few studies have investigated morphosyntactic errors of verbs. I could not gain any insights into this problem to assist my students and other lecturers. Therefore, these practical and theoretical problems have inspired me to detect these errors in compositions by Vietnamese undergraduates and their causative factors.
Wow, this is really interesting time that you are involving your students in your research and you are identifying a problem from the classroom to conduct your research. And this is the essence of classroom research as well. So can you tell us more about the focus of your research and what were the major findings?
Actually, in this study, the overarching purpose is to investigate the morphosyntactic errors of English verbs in the first year non-English major students in their compositions, which include two prime research objectives. The first one is to address the research problem. This study aims to explore the errors of verbs in terms of their errors, their frequency. In addition, the causative factors of these errors were also explored. And after employing the combination of qualitative analysis approach and descriptive approach to analyze data from 224 compositions written by EFL to theory students at my university, I figured out that several main results. Misformation errors were the most frequent type, followed by omission and addition errors, while misorder errors were the least frequent. In addition, most these errors were triggered by intralingual factors, with Vietnamese transfer also exerting a negative influence.
That's very interesting because in teaching writing, many of us as teachers, we focus more on communication and meaning, and we focus less sometimes on form. So your research is really interesting in highlighting this respect. So for teachers listening to us today, what would you tell them about your research that would really impact their teaching in the classroom? How did it impact your teaching in the first place, and how would it impact teachers listening to us today?
Yes, I believe that this study offers valuable insights for teachers to improve their teaching of writing and grammar, particularly about the verb-related units, to provide appropriate corrections to their student written compositions. For teachers who have watched this video, please take notice that the role of teachers in teaching grammar is not merely to impart the rules or expect the student to memorize them, but rather to provide inputs, guidance, and support. To help students master the use of morphosyntactic aspects of verbs, teachers should incorporate practice-focused exercises such as verb conjugation, multiple choice questions, sentence rewriting, or error correction. From the results of these studies, I have improved my teaching practices, especially in teaching grammar and writing skills. For grammar practices, I designed some exercises focused on forms such as filling blank, error identification, and correction. These were related to verb conjugation in various syntactic structures. As for teaching writing, I sufficiently noted the students with context, text convention, and emphasize the syntactic structures. Besides that, I guided them to use the codes for morphosyntactic errors. For example, the omission error of irregular verbs was coded as OIV, so they could conduct their peer feedback on this. And receiving my feedback with these codes, finally, they could correct the errors by themselves.
Thank you very much, Tyler, for sharing these insights from your research. And I could relate to what you are talking about being a teacher in Egypt and facing some challenges myself with my students writing, coming to my class with the assumption that they know a lot about grammar, but in practice, they really lack a lot of knowledge and they need a lot of support from us as teachers, especially in an L2 context. So thank you very much for sharing your research with us, Tyler. I'm going to share in the next slide the contact information for the Research Professional Council video series, this network. If you would like to get in touch with us to share your video, your research with the TESOL members and talk to us about insights from your research that would benefit other teachers in the classroom, please contact us. We are going to be very happy to receive your show of interest and schedule you for the next video in this series. Thank you again, Tyler, and thanks for everyone watching us, and see you soon.